Hi everybody and welcome. This is the morning after the night before. And as bad as the weather was at Old Trafford yesterday, it really couldn't dampen the spirit of the players or the fans as our team recorded their second win of the season with an important victory over Chelsea. And in this video, I would like to give you my player ratings out of 10. Let's start with the goalkeeper, Bayindir. Didn't really have a lot to do, to be honest. So I'm giving him a 6. His distribution was a lot better than before. Now that he's got, especially in the first half, a target man in Sesko to aim for with his long kicks. Let's look at the 3 central defenders, starting with Delete. Pushed for the man of the match, to be honest with you. 8 out of 10. He was a rock alongside Maguire and Shaw for the majority of the match. Didn't really put a foot wrong. And it's no surprise that he's played every minute of the Premier League season so far. Moving on to his partners, starting with Harry Maguire. Making his 250th appearance for the club and his first Premier League start of the season. I'm giving him a 7. Again, with the trio of Delete and Shaw, he was very commanding at the back. His heading in the penalty area in defensive mode was excellent. And when he was on the pitch, they blocked out any threat that Chelsea had, even though it wasn't really a great threat because Chelsea were down to 10 men at the time. Luke Shaw probably had his best game of the season so far, so I'm giving him a 7 as well. Again, with the trio, he was very solid at the back. Better performance yesterday than last week away at City. Mazraoui on the right-hand side of defence, 7. Excellent. He's a welcome player back in the team. Didn't really put a foot wrong. Blocked out Chelsea's offensive strategy down that side and was also very good going forward. Patrick Dorgu as the other wing back, I'm giving him a 6. Again, I think the jury's out on him at the moment. He's aggressive, he's doing well, he's physically fit, but sometimes he just wanders around. Like for the Chelsea goal, he should have been tighter on Reece James to stop the cross that led to the goal. I want to see better from him in future matches. Casemiro, 6. Scored the goal that doubled United's lead. But as the pitch got more waterlogged because of the rain, his tackles were getting a little bit reckless. And having picked up a yellow card earlier in the half, he then picked up his second yellow card for a silly challenge, really. No surprise that he was sent off. Whether it was warranted or not sure. But it is what it is. Bruno, 8 out of 10. From the start, if you just look at his attitude standing in the tunnel, he was staring, focused, and I think he epitomised what Amorim was asking for in aggression, and he showed the determination that was needed from the captain of the club. And of course, he was making his 200th game for United, and he scored his 100th goal. So that's what we want to see Bruno doing. We want to see him in the positions where he can actually make a difference to the team rather than lying too deep in midfield. Moving on to Ahmad, 6. Not really involved. After the Casemiro sending off during the second half, he obviously had to do more of a defensive role. Had glimpses before that of his skill, but is still waiting for the season to get started for him, I think. Bryan Mbeumo, can't say enough about the guy. Love the guy. A constant threat from the first minute. And of course, it was his run through in the 3rd or 4th minute that produced the red card for Sanchez, the keeper, after bringing him down. Continued threat throughout the match, as he's been all season. And he's probably been our player of the season so far. So I'm going to give Bryan Mbeumo a solid 8 out of 10 for his overall performance. Let's hope that he can keep that going into the season ahead. Sesko, 6. Felt sorry for the lad because up until Casemiro saw red, his link-up play with Mbeumo was fantastic, and it was his header, of course, that led to the goalkeeper making the mistake to be sent off. So I'm very hopeful that Sesko will have a good season ahead. It's just a shame that he was the sacrificial lamb to change the system around after the red card for Casemiro. Moving on to the substitutes, let's start with Manuel Ugarte. Still not convinced about him really as a United player. I'm giving him 5. The wet conditions actually seem to suit his style of play more than the others. He was sliding through challenges and he was lucky on a couple of occasions, but still not convinced really. Yoro, 5, replaced Maguire, which I still don't understand why that was made. Was at fault for Chelsea's goal. Didn't pick up the Chelsea player who was left free in the box to have a header. So could have done better there, but I still rate Yoro, and he's a young lad and he's going to be a great player in the future. Kobbie Mainoo, 6, came on for the last few minutes during that period where United were trying to protect their 2-1 lead, so did well enough, replacing Bruno. Mason Mount, 5, didn't really have a lot to do, to be honest, but what he did well. And it was great to see his aggression against his former team. He had some face-to-face moments with some of the players of Chelsea and stood his ground. That's great to see. That's what we want to see. Kuna, 7, great to have him back. Looked fresh. He's really up for the fight, and he's got this never say die attitude, which the fans love. And the way he celebrated victory at the end by kicking the ball high into the Stretford end, with who he's got a great rapport with, and long may that continue. So overall, I think the team delivered on Amorim's rally cry for more aggression. Now, as he's asking for more momentum going into the Brentford game, it would be great for United to get back-to-back wins for the first time under Amorim's leadership. Brentford lost last night to Fulham 3-1. So United are going there on a high. And of course, with no midweek matches, they should be well prepared for it. So, as you can hear, my voice is not so great today because of the weather yesterday in Manchester. But I'm happy. We got the 3 points. We delivered on Amorim's hope that we could show aggression. And we need to build into that philosophy now, and we need to take it forward. So, thanks as always for watching. I hope you're as happy as I am. And let's move on to the next match. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.